celebrating culture and history, how one high school is working to honor what makes us unique and what brings us together. Plus, a state championship in swimming.
It was really exciting.
See why for this student athlete, winning is a family tradition. And planning for the future, the effort underway to rebuild Vancouver schools to meet the demands of the 21st century. Hello and welcome to Inside Vancouver Public Schools. I'm Chad Young. February was Black History Month, a time to recognize the contributions of African Americans in American society. At Fort Vancouver High School, staff and students honored their heritage with a gallery of heroes. As Nick Voll discovered, the display focused not on what divides us, but what unites us all as Americans.
Artists, veterans, entertainers, athletes, political and social leaders. They're all on display in the gallery at Fort Vancouver High School in a celebration of Black History Month.
They went through a lot to get us here now where we are. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have the rights and the equality that we have now as people.
The memorabilia is on loan from staff members at Fort and other schools and is organized by Fort's Black Student Union. The group meets regularly, and while honoring Black culture, it also pushes students to see beyond the barriers that divide us.
They're kids. They just see the world black-white. You know what I mean? When something happens, it's black and white. So what we try to teach our kids is when we see an injustice, no matter who you are, who it is, have the courage to say and do the right thing.
For students, doing the right thing means helping one another and focusing on what we all have in common.
There are others out there that actually care about you. Even though they don't know you, they would still like to see you succeed, because it is important to succeed, not just for Black people, but for everybody.
When you see that other cultures are succeeding as well, then it makes you feel like, oh, if they could do it, I can do it, and if they can do it, I can do it. Then it makes everybody want to come together and help each other.
In a recent ceremony, the club honored students who are excelling in the classroom, students like freshman Kiana Coburn.
I feel that being honored around your own culture just makes it a little bit more special.
Kiana already has her eyes on college, and along with her classmates in the club, is looking to make her mark, like the heroes on display in the gallery. Heroes that we can all look up to, no matter where you come from.
There are still things that divide us, and in life, when we're divided, we fall. But if we're together, we stand, not just Black people, everybody.
Inside Vancouver Public Schools, I'm Nick Voll.
Thanks, Nick. Fort also has a similar club for Pacific Islanders, with events celebrating their heritage as well. You have a fun way to support Dennis Carline, whom you just saw in that story. He's a finalist for the Comcast Sportsnet Northwest All-Star Coach. Carline is in charge of the volleyball and track teams at Fort. He's up against two other coaches in our area for a $5,000 prize. If he wins, Coach Carline hopes to take his athletes to a prestigious volleyball camp this summer. To vote for him, head to the address on your screen. That's csnw.com/page/all-star-coach. The winner will be announced April 2nd. A Columbia River High School swimmer wins a state championship, joining not only elite company nationally, but also in his own family. This footage, provided by our friends at the Columbian, shows Josh Bottleberg winning the 100-meter breaststroke state title. He did so in spectacular fashion, shaving 2 seconds off his previous best time and qualifying as an automatic All-American. We asked Josh what it is he loves about his sport.
A lot of it is the team atmosphere. I mean, you spend so much time working hard. You see people at some of their worst times and some of their best times, and you really get to know your team, and you just bond with them so much. And it's a really fun sport.
Josh comes from a swimming dynasty. Both of his older sisters won state championships at River and went to Boise State to swim in college. He's just a sophomore, so he has more opportunities to win championships. A Vancouver School of Arts and Academics senior is honored for his work in the classroom. Gabriel Epstein is a candidate for the United States Presidential Scholars Program. The program, established in 1964, honors the best and brightest of our nation's high school seniors. He'll find out in April if he made the semifinals. He's already a National Merit semifinalist, which is another of the country's most prestigious awards for high schoolers. Good luck, Gabriel. Students at Vancouver iTech Preparatory are learning science, technology, engineering, and math. It's the focus of their school. They got to apply all of those subject areas in a special competition called the iPrize. The winner took home cash to develop their idea.
And the first place winner is Kale with personal.
In an instant, months of hard work is validated for Vancouver iTech Preparatory freshman Kale Peck. She's the winner of the 2016 iPrize competition. This is the second time iTech has held this event, which is modeled after the TV show Shark Tank. First, freshmen and sophomores came up with an idea for a product.
It's just like the hardest part because you're like, man, I need an idea, but you can't like make yourself have an idea.
Then they work on developing their product, coming up with technical specifications and building models. The best ideas move on to the final event. The iPrize is the brainchild of teacher Ines Kuna.
Students oftentimes they have passions of their own that they've been wanting to do for years, and so that through this project they can just take what they've always wanted to do and create something grand out of it.
Miss Kuna teaches English and had her students study rhetoric to learn different techniques to appeal to an audience, which can be
Really stressful, and you're like, what's going to happen?
But as Kale told us, the challenge is also the reward.
Well, I think it's a really good learning experience, especially going to the finals and being in front of like actual investor people. And
One of the judges, I think, even said that these were some of the best presentations that he's seen, and he watches pitches all the time.
The panel of judges consisted of professionals from around our area. They chose Kale's idea, a foldable shelter for the homeless, and gave her a check for $250 to develop her product. Other ideas included safer football helmets, an app to connect students to math tutors, realistic dinosaur toys, and a coffee drink that gives customers a mega dose of caffeine.
I'm just so proud of them, and I can't believe sometimes that they're only 15, 14 years old.
Let's give them a hand.
Second and third place also took home money to work on their ideas. Other iTech students pitched in too, running the event's AV equipment, making videos for competitors, and more. A Vancouver iTech Preparatory student spends time in the state capitol. Annika Hamilton, who you can see here, served as a page in the Washington State House of Representatives. In this photo, she's standing next to Representative Jim Moeller, who sponsored her. On the floor, she served in a variety of capacities, assisting lawmakers as they did the state's business. Vancouver Public Schools is considering putting a bond measure on the February 2017 ballot. The bond would pay for a number of projects, but the most prominent would be replacing old and outdated school buildings. To plan for that, it's hosting symposiums. Peter S. Ogden Elementary went first. Staff and community members, parents, and current students gathered with engineers to discuss what they would like to see in the Ogden of the future. They were excited by the ideas, which included more classrooms and improved amenities.
I'm that excited that I want to go back to kindergarten and just so, because it's going to be so exciting that they're going to get a new school and stuff, so I just want to go back to kindergarten.
The current building was constructed in 1973 and is too small for the neighborhood's population. But the kids told us that although the new building is needed, it's not the most important part of Ogden.
I think what makes it a good school is that your teachers are always trying to help you, and everybody's open to be your friend, and everybody will be nice to you.
This is just the first of several planning symposiums for the various school projects. The rest will be held throughout this spring and fall. 5 VPS teachers earn one of the most difficult distinctions of their profession. The educators are now nationally board certified. It's a grueling process, taking 200 to 400 hours of work. They have to demonstrate knowledge in their subject area and the highest standards of teaching technique. Pictured on your screen from left to right are Mason Quiros of Geyser Middle School, Allison Pizer Susan of Vancouver Home Connection, Thomas Miller of McLaughlin Middle School, and Muggsy Carter of Hudson's Bay High School. He's not in the photo, but Jason Gregory of Discovery Middle School also earned the honor. Congratulations to all of these dedicated educators. They're not the only ones earning accolades. The local nonprofit group Identity Clark County selected educators and school volunteers for its Real Heroes program. First, Principal Daniel Bettis and school psychologist Chad Waldman from the Fir Grove Vista program. Their school educates students with emotional and other learning barriers. Also honored, Padres and Alerta, a group of volunteers at Fruit Valley Community Learning Center. The volunteers maintain an active presence at the elementary school and work to make it a welcoming environment. A Vancouver tradition brings the joy of reading to first graders and a big helping of green eggs and ham. The 21st annual Green Eggs and Ham event came rolling through every elementary school in Vancouver. We joined in at Eisenhower. Beach's restaurant provides all the food for kids and their parents and gives away gift certificates. And of course, the Cat in the Hat delighted students.
He can be very tricky. Very, very tricky.
I just really like how all the parents are involved and it's such a big turnout. I think it's really good. It's really good for the kids.
Riverview Community Bank donated free books and kid-sized versions of the Cat in the Hat's iconic striped headgear. Eisenhower's celebration also featured Thing 1 and Thing 2, a pair of mischievous characters created by Dr. Seuss. The Green Eggs and Ham event coincides with the author's birthday and also the National Education Association's Read Across America program. What a fun day for all those students and parents. That's it for us. You can find a whole lot more school district news on our YouTube page. That's youtube.com/VanSDTV. Until next time, I'm Chad Young.